stuff that wasn't delivered yet. I was like, hey, don't deliver.
And we're live.
Puppy.
Hi. Because it's fraud and they still delivered it. And I'm like, y'all don't read, do you?
No, they don't.
Nobody
Hi.
reads anything
Hi.
anymore.
No, if it's not on a TikTok or a text thread with memes in it, no one reads anymore. I'm pretty positive.
I miss having dog, but I refuse to have one while I live in an apartment.
So how are all of you?
I don't know why you're all so low for me.
Uh,
Well, I had panic this morning, but, kind of settling now.
Is that better for me?
Oh, it's just on my end. Like, everyone's quiet for me. There's
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, no, it's just everyone. So until I figure it out, I'm just gonna put everyone.
It could have been just because I was farther away from my microphone because I was moving things.
No, because as we were talking, even during the setup, I couldn't hear a lot of people. So I think it's just, I don't know if it's like a setting on my headset or what that got borked.
It's Discord. It could be anything.
That's also very true.
Combination of Discord and Windows 11. That just sounds like chaos waiting to happen.
Oh, see, I'm not allowed Windows 11, remember? Because my legit Windows 10 is now not legit. And I'm like...
Nani?
Oh, that's a long story. Yeah, if you legitimately bought a Windows 10 code online, they could rip it away at any time, and they did that apparently roughly 3 to 4 years ago, which is why I can't do updates anymore and why Discord won't do the background anymore, because I don't have the recent update. And it's why I can't do the free auto upgrade to Windows 11, because I don't have a legit Windows 10 anymore.
You have OTP, right? So if you technically had a legit copy, it would upgrade?
If I did, yes, which I did.
DM me later.
Till it got ripped out. So I can't even manually add Windows 11. I actually bought a Windows 11 to upgrade my computers, and it still won't do it because of fuckery. So I have to probably take it into some sort of Geek Squad and just be like, start over. Start over.
Yeah, I was gonna say you take it into Geek Squad, they're just gonna format everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they're gonna have to do. So, which is fine. They can easily do that on one of my hard drives, and I can just back it all up. That's fine.
See, that's what happens when you buy Windows legitimately, and then there's me who hypothetically pirated Windows when Windows 7 came out and has not had a legitimate copy since then, but has been given free upgrades from Microsoft with every new edition because they think I have a legitimate
Mother
copy.
heifer.
Hypothetically.
Lucky dog.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, of course.
Allegedly.
In Minecraft.
Say whatever I want online, Rosa.
Look, Twitch doesn't ban for anything. We all know that.
Oh, I don't even have Twitch open. What the hell?
Oh, well.
I mean, I'll just turn my camera on and say, I'm black, you can't ban me, and get my account back.
I mean, what, is Microsoft going to take it away from me? Then I'll just hypothetically do the same thing again.
I know.
Hypothetical.
All hypothetical, of course.
Make a product worth buying and I'll buy it.
Yep.
Well, now that we've shit on Windows for a good 5 minutes, we got a dice giveaway to talk about before we get started.
Yeah, we do.
So take it away, Fox.
So real quick, just going to go over the rules before we open up the giveaway here. First, I'll post the rules in chat there, and I will also post a picture of the gorgeous set of dice that is being given away today.
They're pretty now. I prettified them up. They're not some random, oh shit, 5 o'clock in the morning, let me take a quick snapshot.
Yes, all the pictures are very pretty. So rule number 1, basic and straightforward here. You cannot enter these giveaways on someone else's behalf. If you're entering it, it is for you and only you. You must be present when the drawing happens in order to win. That is usually around the end of our first break. So there is plenty of time there to get in on the giveaways, and we will be giving you reminders as we approach the drawing time. You must be able to say what you won if you're drawn. Just saying dice or anything of that sort is sufficient. That just shows us that you're paying attention to what the giveaway is for. You must be a member of our Discord in order to win. That's because we use Discord once December is over to contact everyone and get shipping addresses and such. And then finally, you cannot win more than once within a week. You cannot win more than twice total. This is just to give everyone a chance to get in on these giveaways. And that once within a week thing resets on Mondays. So like if you win something on a Saturday, you're eligible to enter again on the Monday. And that's just so I don't have to keep track of individual timers for everybody that wins dice. It just resets on the Monday. So I will open up the giveaway here real quick. And all you have to do to enter is type !December in the Twitch chat. And I am absolutely getting in on this one.
Yeah, there's a good chunk of them are glow in the dark too. Not this set, unfortunately, but there's a lot of glow in the dark, and then the rest that aren't glow in the dark are just super pretty. They're all very vibrant. They're just candy in real life.
Okay, I'm good. I'm probably gonna say something controversial here. Glow in the dark dice are pointless. When are you gonna be playing D&D in the dark?
Glow in the dark.
Fun.
You're not my mom.
No.
Glow in the dark are great for in-person games.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I've played in the dark with the wife a couple of times with using dice, so you know.
We don't need to know about the shit you do in your bedroom, sir.
I was not. I did not
Shit
say.
to yourself.
No.
I'm just
Objection.
saying.
It was actually D&D. It was not something immoral.
In the last in-person game that I was a part
woefully
of,
single and do not need fucking reminders.
in the last in-person game I was a part of, we spent, much to my dismay, we spent a lot of time in the Underdark. So we had a lot of low light situations. So we set up black lights for exactly that. And
That's cool.
I brought all my glow in the dark dice while we were in the Underdark, and it was great.
I own 3 or 4 set of glow in the dark dice and have yet to use the feature. To be fair, I only play D&D here, so
I have a handful of glow in the dark, and every so often, because Tam knows that I do this, I will just crank out my bag of dice and just spread them all out so I can look at the pretties because I'm a dragon. And I will actually take my black light and then turn off the lights and just admire my pretties because I'm weird.
Speaking of weird,
But it's great.
it's not like I don't do the same thing when I come to your house with my own dice.
No, we compare. We're like, let's share our Pokemon cards with their dice.
so
Absolutely.
speaking of weird,
Oh no.
last session was a bit on the weird side for you all. After doing a bit of planning and obtaining your fancy new items from that resplendent chest that you got from the Oasis, you all set out to the west towards this potentially city of the undead, maybe abandoned city. You don't know. You just know it was that most people refer to it as a dead city. First part of travel wasn't too bad, thanks to Max's expert handling of the cart. You didn't really run into too many problems. Everybody settled down for the evening. Things started to get a bit weird. Max began to hear some sort of creature or something off in the darkness. But when he thought he checked where he found where the creature was at, there was nothing. Come Sylvia's turn, the creatures made themselves known. About 5 or 6 of these strange canine-esque quadruped creatures with human hands, long, pointed, elongated faces, almost reminiscent of a shark, maybe like a bullet, but just like rows of like just sinister looking sharp teeth, the flesh on the faces peeled completely back, no eyes shown. Not knowing what to make out of this, Sylvia decided to bring a little light to the situation and was introduced to Countess Mir Volston, a very large, a very tall, thin, what you found out to be ghoul countess from Tahlendra, accompanied by her personal bodyguard, a ghoul in very like once regal looking plate armor that she referred to as Nightjar, and off to her side a very much larger version of these dogs that had been surrounding your camp. Though violence did not come, you had a bit of a pleasant conversation, and she invited you to their camp to speak to her husband and possibly get safe passage into this city, which she then did reveal is full of the undead. As we left off, everyone, or the group, was making the final decisions as if they were going to take her up on her offer. Sylvia, completely taken by one of this larger dog, petting its very disturbing looking flesh, and a very heavy thud of a tail just wagging and smacking on the floor as she did. But only a few moments have passed. Countess Mir just standing there, patiently, politely, waiting for you and your group to decide if you were going to travel back with her or not.
I'm sorry. You said the name Harak. How do you know?
I completely forgot about that. That's
where it ended.
there was a mention of
My disease.
Kylus being diseased, which really struck her curiosity, and she came into the camp and began to examine you. And looking at you knowingly, and then looking over at Asha, she said, "Oh yes, this disease. How long have you been afflicted with Harak?"
About 5 years.
5 years and going strong.
For now.
That's quite the ordeal. Most people don't make it past 2 before the madness finally decides to take them.
What little research I have looked up of my condition, I have heard similar, where the longer it goes like this, the more you lose yourself. And so far so good, as they say.
One at the camp that when we met him was afflicted with this condition as well. Unfortunately, he wasn't long for the world, and as a kindness, we brought him into our fold.
Does he have memories of what happened?
If he does, he does not share them. By the time we found the poor boy, he was sandblasted and not entirely himself.
When was this?
No, 4 or 5 years ago. Around the same time that you caught the affliction.
Did you happen to catch his name?
We didn't catch much from him. Unfortunately, everything that we got were just unintelligible whispers. Every now and then, a name, Corona, would come out, but we are unsure who that is. A lover, maybe. A family member, we're not sure.
Sylvia audibly like laughs when she says lover.
What did this character look like?
As far as I can tell, the boy was a human or elf by the time we found him. He's a ghoul now, but
Okay.
we found him, well, in the sandstorm in our last excursion.
Just him. Was there anyone else in the group? Just the boy.
We found him by chance. We weren't necessarily looking for anything. We were just scouting for ruins under the cover of the sandstorm.
I know what you're talking about. That is where I got my infliction. With a group of my order. But I thought myself to be the only one.
Oh, the boy was quite lucky we found him when we did. Another half hour in the sandstorm and he would have been bones. Not many can make it out here as long as he did. Well, I should say out there as long as he did, seeing as how the sandstorm has quite unfortunately gone away.
Yes. Is that your cure then? To make them a ghoul? Is that what you were talking about for a cure?
It is a cure, though it is not a cure that we force on anyone. It is quite a big leap to step away from a mortal coil and become a eternal undead. Though we do offer it for those in peril who have no other means of a cure and wish to not pass on in torment.
You see, Kaius just kind of deflates a bit. He goes, if that is your cure, I must unfortunately decline. I have much more to do.
Well, judging by what I can glean from your body, you are in no danger thus far. You are quite the specimen, sir.
One way to put it. But, that actually, I don't know if that gives me hope or different perspective, maybe. There was a lot of us at those ruins.
When
Now the storm's gonna have to go check.
When we entered the ruins after taking the young boy into our care and nursing him back to health, per se, we did see signs of struggle. Blood splatters, a couple corpses left in there. But No remnants of living beings.
Out of curiosity, though I doubt it, one of the bodies wouldn't have happened to been a minotaur, was it?
We found
Any of them?
no minotaur.
Good. Well, if we cross those ruins now that the storm's gone, may have to do some more investigating. I actually didn't think of that, oddly, until now. I think I need to put that on my to-do list while we're here at some point.
I will warn you that at the moment there appears to be some form of excavation team in those ruins. I saw them setting a camp up outside of it while we were perusing around the desert.
Did they have the symbol? Points to the phoenix on his chest.
No. Most of them were dwarven. They seem to be some sort of mining company.
Aren't those guys that told us we couldn't like get the falling star?
Could be. I mean, there's a few mining companies. I'm surprised that they made it up here so quickly after the storm died down.
Yeah, I mean, even my order, granted, it was on the lip of the storm, so it wasn't too terrible when we went to go investigate those ruins. But again, it was just right at the lip. Thank you. Again, I appreciate it, but I will have to politely decline your offer of that particular cure.
Well, as rock and stone intensifies. As long as we remain, our offer remains. If it ever gets to a point that you cannot last for much longer, or you feel like you cannot put up with the pain or the intensity of it all, we are always welcome to bring more into our fold.
That is very kind of you.
Someone of your
Keep that way.
someone of your stature and build could go far in our society. I can see that, given just your physical structure and just the sense that I'm getting from you, that you would not have a problem adapting to the fever and becoming a higher form of ghoul.
Internally, like, what? I don't want to toot my own horn, but I would like to think I'm strong-willed, but that's probably something I won't have to worry about, I don't think. But thank you.
Well, have you all made a decision on if you will join me back at our camp?
I mean, I vote okay on this if the rest of the team is all right with it.
I have no issue with it myself. Through this whole conversation, Asha's just fiddling with her necklace as it's become her comfort point. She's uncomfy.
Say what girls do with their hair when they just do this. Just,
Yeah,
ugh.
she's just fiddling with the
Yeah.
necklace.
Wonderful. Well, we will wait for you to pack up your gear, and we will happily lead you back down to camp.
And how far is it, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, we're only about a good 500-600 feet down to the west.
Oh. Right then. he'll help pack up what they've got.
She gets up and she whistles and just waves her hand, and you can just hear what sound like audible tears happening as each one of these canines just begins to blip out of you.
The dogs are gone.
She smiles and she's like, well, yes and no. They are just simply on a parallel plane right now.
Oh. Hey, I have a friend that does that as well. He's like a little, you know what a possum is?
I do know what possums are.
Yeah, he's like one of those, but he can go to, I think, the astral plane. I don't really understand how he does it, but I've seen him do it a couple times.
What a delightful sounding little creature.
Yeah,
The
I really like him.
my babies step between life and death.
Oh, that sounds useful.
It is useful when they're hunting, especially if they're able to capture their prey and pull them into the other realm.
Oh. I'd like to see that in action.
It's more interesting when you hear about it than when you actually see it, because it's more of somebody standing about and then they're gone. No sound, no mess.
Fair, yeah.
They're quite honestly one of the most perfect hunters that we've created.
Yeah, I really like. I've never seen anything like them before. I mean, alarming at first, but you know, once you get to know them, they're really cute.
It's interesting that you say that. Most people that see them tend to scream and flee in terror.
I think that's probably a natural reaction. But we've seen a lot of horrors recently, so maybe I'm a little, muted to it.
It could be. I mean, this desert is chock full of horrors and untold mysteries. Honestly, to have a living settlement up here is quite a risk. Back before the sandstorms overtook this area, this was more of a small kingdom of undeath.
Oh. We should probably let our living compatriots know that when we get back to town.
Oh, it's okay. The only remnant of that past kingdom is the city that we are heading to. Everything else was destroyed. A very unfortunate holy purge.
Oh.
Yes.
That was going to be my fear. If you don't phrase it right, it can cause panic among the living.
So, do you know if there's any more like you roaming around? By like you, I mean people of unlife that are cordial.
Well, if you are speaking about ghouls, as far as we know, we are the only ghoul excursion this far out. But yes, there are more of us out there.
Settlements or just wandering around?
Oh no,
Individually.
settlements.
Ah,
As I said, the kingdom that we hail from is in Tahlendra, over in Hellion's Gate. It used to be a Minotaur encampment until a bit of a war with a lich turned the encampment into, or turned the small city and their island adjacent to it into just a mess of undeath. Wasn't really fit for the living to call home anymore, and our founders were looking for a place to settle down. So when opportunity presents itself, we jumped at it. But we are not the only settlement out there. There are, to my recollection, another 12 large ghoul cities out in the world. And then the frigate, or the flotilla. I'm not really a ship person. I don't know what one calls a collection of ships. But
Armada?
that may be the word.
Huh.
But they, this armada, as you call it, is a bit of our people's exploration crew. They go and find new locations where we can spread and thrive.
Sounds like it would actually be kind of fun sailing around on the seas for a while, just discovering new places.
They are quite good at their jobs, though they tend to leave the more settled areas alone.
That's understandable. People do have habit of striking first and not bothering to ask questions when it comes to undead.
Also, greater cities tend to have a more collection of healers, and you necessarily can't perform indoctrination with the fever if you have those that can cure it.
Yeah, and I guess you do want to also avoid any more holy purges.
Yes, I would personally be happy if there were no holy purges against my people.
Quick glance over at Asha.
I mean, I'm looking real uncomfortable. She's like, "Oh, it's bad to have healers around."
She reaches into her coat and she pulls out this small cylinder-like bottle, and it's just filled with like this very sickly green vapor, and she hands it to you, Sylvia. If at any time you wish to be one of us, just pop this cork and breathe in deep.
Oh,
I must say the experience is not quite pleasant and can be quite painful, as the transformation does take a couple days, and as the fever sets in, it becomes more and more excruciating.
that is quite the gift. Thank you.
You seem like someone who would fit quite well in our society. Very open and accepting, and not really disturbed at anything I've said.
Well, I find I have trouble fitting in normal society, so that might be why I'm a little more relaxed around your kind. Plus, I mean, being here with my friends, of course, makes it easier.
Friends do provide security.
They do.
Kyla's over here internally screaming no as the file's handed to Sylvia. It's just like,
And you
paladin sounds.
Fox, you can mark a vial of Dracul fever on your character sheet.
Shit, I recognize the name of that fever.
Paladin's having internal problems with it. Meanwhile, the cleric's over here like, "Yeah, it's your choice."
Sure,
I'm sorry,
that,
the
sure,
vial
stick that
of Rakul?
Dracul.
My mind went straight to Star Wars on that one.
No.
Dracul.
Thinking rat ghoul fever, yeah, that's very close to it.
Well, I mean, you guys,
No, I knew what you meant.
you knew what I was talking about. Frickin' was it Taurus? Terrace? Fuck that planet.
And she's like, please follow me and I will begin to lead you to our camp. And she begins to just very how to say this, unnaturally begins to just like again just looks like she's gliding across the ground. Her movements covered by like a very long dress, so you're not entirely sure if she's just very graceful walker or if she's hovering. You're not entirely sure. But she begins to lead you down just a small curving pathway, and sure enough, 500-600 feet, you begin to see like the very dark remnants of a camp that does not have a campfire going. She's like, just a warning to all of you before you take another step. You probably may want to brace when you walk forward. We have a couple runes encircling our camp to repel those who are not invited. You being invited by me will be allowed passage, but it may be a bit uncomfortable at first.
Understood.
And as you all walk across, can I get wisdom saving throws from everyone?
So anyone within 10 feet of me does get the +4. Do I have to? Because I'm kind of like a weird in-between.
So here's the funny thing. The moment you cross, that aura that you have is not active. As all you holy folk, the moment you cross that barrier, you feel your connection to your God, to the holy light, vanish.
What about the not so holy folk here?
Not so holy folk are fine.
Gotcha.
Had a feeling that would happen.
Divine magic is just nullified here.
Okay, so my second question then about how I'm like in a weird in-between loosey-goosey sort of body.
You're fine. You don't have to roll.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Good luck, everybody.
Doki, what'd you get? Doki?
You're
You did.
muted.
It's all right. I had a cookie in my mouth.
Oh, good. What'd you get?
I rolled a 13 on my die. Was the
Wisdom.
thing? That's actually a good stat for me.
Should be for a monk. Be a little alarmed if it wasn't.
It is not my dump stat.
What'd you get?
That. Sorry, I'm getting into the thingy. My tab closed because I clicked on the wrong thing because my eyes suck right now. +3, that would be a 15.
A 15. Okay.
I'm sorry, no. So, sorry, you said survival?
No, wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. Sorry. Yeah. So then, 15.
15. Okay. You are going to take 2 points of exhaustion as
Ow.
you cross over. Sylvia.
16.
The runes.
16. You're going to take 2 points of exhaustion. Asha.
23.
You're going to take 2 points of exhaustion.
Jesus.
Realm.
That means you guys made it. Yay!
Not so holy over here.
What'd you get?
Do I still have to roll even
Yeah.
though I'm not holy?
Yeah, everyone has to roll.
Oh, I
He
thought it was
said
all
it
the
has
holy
to.
folks.
No, he said he has to do with anyone of these runes are from the living. It's just anyone that's of holy power can't use it.
Yeah.
Is what he was saying.
Yeah.
You still have to go through the living
So
threshold.
I need a wisdom
Cleric
save.
has no abilities.
I need a wisdom save from Realm.
Got you. Here, let me roll that for you real quick. Yeah, that is a 17.
Okay, 2 points of exhaustion. Everyone makes it, so you only took half exhaustion. Yes, if you failed, you would have taken 4.
Ah!
And as
Where's our
all of
snag
you sans Kylus cross this like barrier threshold, you just feel like your energy just sapped. Like you've been running for like 2 days straight. It's harrowing.
You guys okay?
It is, as she said, a bit taxing.
I feel quite drained and a little bit in pain.
I feel like I haven't slept for days.
She nods. She's like, yes, that is one of our defensive runes, is to ensure that even if somebody were to cross over the barrier, that they would not be attacking us at 100%. Though you all seem to have withstood it rather well. Maybe there is hope for all of you in the Empire. And she says that, then there's like a little bit of a wistful glee in her voice as she says that. She just continues to float down the hill into just like the ground, leveling out into the encampment. And as she does, you see more of those strange canines sort of just appear in places just for a brief second as you pass by. That audible tear forming between planes as they come out just for a look, their mouths opening up and scanning you with that singular eyeball like in the back of their throat before pulling themselves back into the adjacent realm. And as you begin to walk down, this is when you see him, Kylus. Another mailed individual dressed in sandblasted armor. You can see that this was, at least at one point in time, a very resplendent, very proud armor of the paladins of Herona. You can see just very just a very faint faded image of the phoenix across the breastplate as this individual comes out and walks to the opposite side of Muir to where he's now flanking her with Nightjar as they lead her into the encampment. As he does, his eyes don't even glance to the rest of you, just very dutifully marching along with the Countess.
And that's the only person I see in that similar armor around the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as you all begin to come in, you can see that there are just a multitude of covered wagons around the camp, as you can just see just bright white eyes shining in the dark, hidden figures pulling curtains aside to like look at you, and audible whispers beginning to form questions. Who are they? Why are they here? Has she brought us food? Why is the food armed? And as you come to the center of camp, you hear the creaking of one of the wagons as it sort of jumps, as a very large individual thuds out of the back of it, enough to cause like a slight rumble, as this large bulbous individual, he's got a a very bloody looking, you can only assume chef's apron on, his very twisted looking jagged cleaver. As he walks out, his head is just completely bald. You see various scars and puncture wounds from old combat. His mouth hangs wide open, just with rows and rows and rows of sharp teeth. He walks over to her and he sort of bows. Are these the hors d'oeuvres for tonight? And she like shakes her head. She's like, no, no, Brutus. These are guests. These are not food. He kind of stands up and adjusts himself a bit. Do the guests require hors d'oeuvres? Beverages.
We ate recently, thank you, though.
I'm vegetarian, thanks.
Is he?
Titus will just kind of do a small nod and just be like, I'm fine, thank you.
Tilly just shakes her head.
And while we're walking in here, Asha's going to kind of stay close to Sylvia. Not out of actually worry for Sylvia, just more feeling uncomfortable and feeling her connection severed.
Our cleric and paladin, can you give me either religion or history checks?
Yeah.
I think I could do one of those.
Maybe. No. 6.
Ah, I got religion. Okay. Oh shit, I don't even have my dice.
How?
I was putting my kid down. I was putting my kid down.
Blaspheme.
Look, it's within our reach. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. That's why everything's close by to me.
Yeah, I'm not trained in either of those. Because it didn't make sense for her to be trained in them, so.
Yeah. No, it's
okay.
6. That's okay. 13 plus 4, 18.
And what did you get, Asha?
6.
6. Asha, you don't know what that was. Tylus, on the other hand, and maybe it makes sense being somebody who has gone into ruins before and has studied and to prepare for any unfortunate encounters with the undead. Brutus is a famine spirit. A very dangerous individual. Fabled to have the ability to cleanly bite someone's head off with one use of their jaws.
Oh.
And as you all kindly reject his offer for food, he nods and Fever bless you all. And he turns around, he walks back into the large, like almost chuck wagon where he stays. And Mira turns around and she's like, you must forgive Brutus. And most of the time when living individuals are brought in, they are food. But you can rest assured that all of you have safe passage here.
Very reassuring.
Thank you for that.
We may be undead, but we still have culture.
At that point, you can see Realm perking up at the idea of them having culture.
Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment, and goes to say something else, and she falls silent as Nightjar and the other mailed individual drop to one knee. And there's an audible click as their fists push or hit their breastplate as an individual walks out from a farther wagon. Long, not really long, but just flowing overcoat, black, vibrant blues sort of sewn into various patterns on the coat itself. A very cleanly pressed white dress shirt underneath it, slacks that tend to match the design of the overcoat itself, very long pointed ears, again bald head, very bright piercing yellow eyes. This individual, probably in the time that they lived, was maybe a high elf. You're not quite sure, but the way that he holds himself, the way that he moves, is one of authority. And almost just his presence alone even almost commands respect from the rest of you. Nobody drops to a knee, but you feel as if it's awkward as to not show him some form of respect. As he continues to walk forward, a large, very vibrantly jeweled cane in his hand. Though he shows no sign of a limp or anything like that, this seems to just be an adornment. Just another article of clothing for him. And he walks up to Mir and he takes her long clawed hand in his and he kisses the top of it. He smiles up to her. She's probably a good foot taller than he is. My love, you seem to have brought strays? And he kind of like looks over to the rest of you, sort of scanning, almost scanning the field as to see who's here in his camp. She kind of like slaps him on the arm. Uriel, be nice. These are our guests. And he sort of chuckles and just shakes his head. He's like, I meant no disrespect, just a little evening humor. I'm quite in a bore right now. These long evenings in camp, what I wouldn't give for the days and hours filled in ruins and crypts to explore, to document, to gain knowledge.
I thought he was gonna pull an Ash and say silk sheets.
As he gives you all like a very respectful bow. I am Count Uriel Volston, at your service.
I'm sorry, what was the name again?
Uriel Volston.
The same surname as Mir's, right?
Yep. So, what brings you all to my camp tonight? I don't assume that everyone here is looking to join the Empire. We all are always looking for able-bodied young individuals to join us.
Well, not quite. It seems that your countess has informed us that the city of which we need to seek out and enter happens to be that of an undead city. We seek a particular creature hiding within, and told us that you may have a way to graciously give us a sigil of some sort of safe passage if you deem us deserving, of course.
He smiles and he looks up at his wife and then back to the rest of you. Well, she is always of the charitable sort. I do have the means to give you a sigil of safe passage, that is true. Though, I'm curious as to why a group of healthy living individuals such as yourself would want to enter into a city of horror. I mean, I myself am counted amongst the legions of the undead, and I feel disgusted walking through its streets.
There is a hag that seems to have escaped there from a previous encounter, a very unfortunate encounter there at a different location. And it seems like your settlement, your city, is not only a perfect hiding spot for her, but knowing what I know of her and her experiments, she tends to love using undead things to her whim. So might be a little bit of column A, column B of refuge, and perhaps more experimentation. I am only assuming, but I just know that we're there. We need to.
This hag you speak of, do you have a name for her? Some sort of description? I don't know of many hags here, but if one is using my kind, I would hope that they're at least treated respectfully.
Yes.
I believe her name was Matilda.
Everyone Matilda?
Matilda. No.
No.
Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong book. I'm looking at the wrong book. Hold on.
No. I've
got Matilda in my notes here.
Are you sure? I don't think we got her name.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I thought we did when she was talking with someone else.
You know, I think you're right. I think her name is Matilda. Or that's the name that you heard.
Right here, along with all the notes about all the stuff that we discovered in her lab.
Matilda. Dear, do we know a hag named Matilda? Mir sort of puts her hand under her shawl to just rub her chin for a moment. I don't know her, but tell me, this hag, does she seem to have some sort of an affinity with skin suits?
Skin husks, I believe is what they're called, yes.
Yes, the husks. Dreadful creations. Blasphemy in my eyes. I do not know her. I do not tend to associate myself with the followers of Tahlendra, but we know of her. She has been reported passing through the city from time to time, though I don't believe she calls it home.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I recognize the name you just said. A follower of Tahlendra, you said?
It's not surprising you wouldn't know it. Tahlendra is an ancient being and one of the older gods, a quite disgusting individual. Her and her followers use the flesh as a means to empower themselves with magics. They're more of a cult than a religion.
Quite literally a skin suit, then, much like the husks.
That does sound like something that one of her followers would do, yes. Again, the husks are unnatural creations. Even in the eyes of us higher undead, we would quickly dispatch of them if we came across them.
I don't know if this individual, I could not even tell you what they look like, only heard of their title that helps her, known as the Stitcher. I believe helps with these husks.
The Stitcher.
But I don't know if that individual is there. I believe we're only aware of just the hag that is in the town.
I'm not sure of a Stitcher, but she looks over to Uriel. Do you think the curator may know something? He shrugs and, well, if anybody would know anything going on in the city, comings and goings and the whatnot, it would be that old fool.
The librarian, I believe you mentioned earlier, my lady?
And she nods, and Uriel's like, yes, the librarian, the curator, a very old individual who has locked themselves up in a tower in the center of the city. Those of us with any form of intellect refer to it as the Grand Library. I must say I am jealous. It is a grand collection of knowledge from an individual who has the ability to look across the land as if he was simply opening a book.
Interesting. I apologize as he turns to the rest of his group. I don't mean to control the conversation, but I don't suppose this individual is he also a undead being of some sort within the city?
I wish I could tell you. I have never come face to face with the man. Any conversations I've had with him have been outside the door to the Grand Library, as very few are permitted. And even as an academic as myself, I am even not considered worthy, if you could believe it.
Interesting. Since you've mentioned she has passed through there, does she have a home that she stays at, or just a place of interest she's usually found, or just heard of passing by?
Unfortunately, that I would not know. Usually when we pass through here, it is a very quick passage to the port and outside the city, and then from the outside of the city back to the port when we are ready to leave. As I've stated, I myself am rather disgusted at the upkeep of the city itself. Aside from this individual, this curator, this librarian, the city is abandoned. Now just stalked by hordes of mindless undead.
I see.
We do not know if the curator uses these undead as a defense mechanism to keep thieves out, or what necessarily drew them to the city. But whatever it may be, they are not like you or I. They are more likely to attempt to consume you than breach you.
Hence why she mentioned that we would need some form of protection to at least make our way through without that sort of danger. Though I do have just one more question. With this particular hag, she has become quite troublesome. We have faced her 2 times now, I believe, where we think we have killed her and she just keeps coming back. You wouldn't happen to have any knowledge of how to, in a sense, keep her down, do you?
You would have to find As you can see, he's like struggling with the words. It's like he kind of like holds up a hand, almost as if he's gonna throw up himself as he's discussing it. You would have to find the sack that she is reborn from and destroy it. Followers of Tahlendra have, well, the higher ones anyway, have a form of rebirthing themselves if their form is struck down. The only way to technically get rid of one of these is to burn the flesh sack that they're birthed out of. Though I will say that the hag or the followers of Tahlendra who have these cannot be too far away from these flesh sacks.
So if she's there, it's most likely not too far then.
Unfortunately, but I don't think you'll find her in the city. She may use the undead. She may control some of them. Maybe she may create some of them. But she doesn't control the city. And an individual such as this, I do not see the curator sharing real estate with, as she would be an utmost threat.
From our previous dealings with her, she seems to favor underground, being a sand hag sorts. Do you think she'd have some sort of entrance that she keeps hidden to go under the city?
It is possible. I mean, anything with an individual such like that could be possible.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate the information.
But of course.
Just kind of steps back as he's like, "Oh, I've occupied the conversation too long." Just
I see a gremlin.
Back a little bit. Yeah, I see it too.
This item that allows us passage, what would that cost us?
Cost you?
What would we have to do in return?
You don't have to do anything in return. It would be a kindness, as you all seem to have some sort of important needs inside the city, and it would be a shame for all of you to fall and become a meal to the undeserving. So I must ask, is any portion of your plan the destruction of the undead, the retaking of the city, anything of the sorts?
I have no plans for that. So right now we're just hunting down the hag, as my companion told you.
Well, as long as I have your word that you are not planning on overtaking the city, I see no reason not to give you my blessing.
Sylvia kind of leans into Asha to say privately, what about Augur? Do they not want to expand further north? Was that not like part of the whole thing that they were doing here with Valanche before Valanche just didn't make it?
It's not directed at any one city in particular, though. If they need to leave the city alone, they can leave the city alone.
But will they leave the city alone?
All we can do is advise them to do so. It's not like we have the authority to control what Augur is doing.
I suppose that's true.
Beyond Valanche, I don't really care what they do.
hopefully when they learn about these people, they won't want to move in by force, because they seem nice enough, right? I mean, they're a little unorthodox, sure, but
Um,
they seem
My
nice.
concern is some people tend to, as you said, attack first, ask questions never.
yeah, your thoughts, Asha, go right to the Paladins of Soul.
Yep, yep, they did.
Hashtag not my order.
Put my pay grade.
Not my order.
I don't get paid for this shit. I
You guys are
personally
getting
have.
paid?
I personally have no issue, which I know might seem odd for people of my stature, but it's not my business to judge.
I'm a little surprised, actually, that you don't want to. I don't know.
Wage a holy war.
Because admittedly, I've been disconnected from Corona for some time now. But isn't she like, all about rebirth and stuff? And isn't becoming undead kind of taking that opportunity for rebirth away?
Not sure, honestly. But from my point of view, that at least those that we're in the presence of now are no less alive than you or I. I mean, yes, their physical bodies might not be, but if Verona has a problem with that, that's between them and the gods, not for me to stick my nose into.
I suppose maybe their souls are still alive, so that's all that matters.
I've heard that some undead are born that way, and if they're being born that way, is it really any less alive than the rest of us? In those terms?
No, I don't think so. They have every right to be here as we do.
Whether or not I should, from Herona's point of view, take it at, I don't know. But from my own point of view, a sentient being is a sentient being.
Or maybe
And they don't seem to be forcing people into this way of life, so.
not forcing, no, although they are very eager to add people to their ranks.
Convincing, either way, someone's doing it of their own free will. They're not kidnapping and turning.
Maybe being undead is like a form of rebirth, and maybe Hurla's happy about all of this. I don't know. She's
Can
a
I hear
fickle
this?
being.
Can I hear this, Rojan?
Are you guys speaking loud enough for Kylus to hear?
That depends on how close to us he is.
Because we're standing like right next to each other and kind
Yeah.
of whispering.
I think I'm on top of you guys, but I feel like I'm close.
You can probably very much tell that we're whispering to each other, and maybe if you
well,
want to listen
yeah.
in.
You guys are whispering that long. You know what? Maybe I'll.
Having a whole discussions on the moral conundrums of are the undead living or unliving? What counts? What counts as rebirth?
Okay. I did a roll and yeah, I could hear it. So, yeah, he's not gonna say anything. He's just very much like you guys. If you guys were paying attention, maybe in your peripherals, he may have like kind of side-eyed, like taken interest, but doesn't really say anything. Thank you. We certainly don't plan on going in to purge anything or whatnot. We have a mission to find this person and end them. Um, so if we can prevent any sort of city destruction or mass murder of the undead there, that is not our intent.
As long as I have your word that you are not looking to commit a purge, I don't see why I shouldn't sponsor you.
Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Is this something we need to return to you when our mission is done?
Oh, no. Just as soon as you've done, he reaches into his pocket and he brings out just a small handful of 6 ceramic coins. And he just hands the stack to you, Hylas. Just when you are done with your excursion through the city, and you are at a safe distance away, mind you, just break the coins, and that will be that.
Does this give us some sort of aura that we're undead or some sort of illusion?
There's a bit of magic enchanted onto it to let other undead know that you are not to be touched, lest they face the wrath of my house.
Even the lesser beings even recognize that.
All beings in our life recognize this. To assault one that is protected by another house is to cause an insult to said house.
Fair enough. And he's gonna look at the coin. What does their symbol look like?
The symbol itself is just 3 lines.
This is gonna sound stupid. Are they 3 vertical lines or are they 3 horizontal lines? Crisscross applesauce.
That's how I hold the coin.
It almost looks as if somebody's just taken their hand and just run their fingers down the coin itself.
This isn't the mark of Zoo, is it?
I don't know. Who's Zoo?
Oh no!
Oh, crap.
Just because they're not kobolds does not mean it was somewhere down the line.
Church
Okay.
is expanded.
The church is expanding. Okay.
We do appreciate this. Thank you.
Is there any other help I can be this evening?
Actually, yes. I don't mean to speak for my group, but we might return back to our original campsite to finish our rest, but a handful of my companions look a bit worse for wear entering your circle. Any way to kind of help relieve them of some of that fatigue?
Oh, yes, the anti-life wards that we have around the perimeter. You need not worry. As soon as you pass along the outside, that should wear off with a good night's sleep.
Oh, that's good to know then. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And she sort of steps closer to you. Sort of curious as to why it didn't take effect on you.
He looks kind of quickly back at Asha and then the Countess, and then looks back at Uriel and goes, I have a disease.
A disease, you
Damn
say?
it.
Funny, I don't sense a disease off of you. You seem to be in pristine health.
Oh, in a,
It's more of a condition than a disease.
Indeed.
mm, yes.
If you were not pleasant company, you would be quite the experiment.
I'm honored. I think.
Well, if you ever pass and are unable to join our ranks, with your permission, and if you are willing to donate your body to science, I would be honored to be able to front the autopsy of your corpse. You are an interesting individual, sir.
To since your wife already figured it out, I don't mind at least letting you know that and he points over to the elven boy that still has the Herona armor on, and he just points to him and says, I suppose you could say I am a more successful outcome, in a word, from what he suffered.
Oh, that is quite interesting. Do you happen to know this boy's name? Like he couldn't tell it to us, and I did have to replace a few body parts on him when he came to us.
Yes, there was a bit of a massacre down in the ruins. Um, would I know his name? I know he traveled with a group and he knew a few people, but would he know who this individual's name may be?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. Team.
How much?
15.
15. You do recall a young elven man who was a part of not your party, but another one of the exploration parties that were a part of the small group that you were members of. Another one of those young, freshly minted paladins with stories of glory and honor in Herona's name blazing through their mind. Very headstrong individual, always leaping to volunteer for whatever he could to impress his elders. Unfortunately, you never caught his name. Everyone that you were familiar with jokingly referred to him as Gopher.
Oh no. He'll have a bit of recognition sort of flash in his eyes as he takes just a few extra moments before shaking his head. I knew of his enthusiasm in life, but didn't. He was too new to work with long time. I hate to give the poor boy this name, but his nickname was Gopher.
I think Asha winces at that.
And as you say that, the former paladin of Herona and now ghoul quickly stands up and turns and looks at you. And quickly, just like very quickly, like double step, walks towards you. And like just begins to like look around you. You could see their eyes are now just a very painfully red, like sclera, and just these orange eyes that never seem to blink as he just keeps looking you over. Kylus.
You remember me?
Remember. fallen.
Yes. Do you remember what happened in the ruins?
Traps. Wounded
Yes.
head. Sandstorm.
Do you remember me climbing the stairs?
No. Advanced party. Went first.
That is correct. We all, most that I remember, fell victim to what happened there. Though I did not know others suffered.
As he like grasps your shoulder and like looks at you in the eyes. Kylus, you have to run. It's a trap. We've been set up. The captain knows about this. And then as he says that, he kind of like shakes his head and goes back just into like this very stupefied stance that he was in. And Uriel kind of tilts its head. My, that is more words in a few moments than this boy has spoke the entire time he's been with us.
Hylas's face, the color just fades from his face. And he just keeps staring at this young man for a while, seeing the eyes kind of go back to the ghoulish nature from before. And he just reaches out and touches his shoulder. And in a very low, melancholy tone, he just whispers to him, says, "I am so sorry.
You feel
We'll
like
look into this."
you put a hand. You feel a hand on your shoulder. Don't be. Good life. Good people.
Yeah. Good. I don't know if it means anything to you now, what you are, but may Horona's warmth bring you peace. Just says something that was kind of a common saying they would say to each other as more of a soft greeting of sorts, and just kind of just sees how he reacts to it.
And he replies, "Walk in her light, brother. For I am cast in darkness."
So am I, brother. Just kind of pats his shoulder and just sort of turns and just walks away. Doesn't necessarily leaves the camp, but just kind of puts himself in a corner to sort of just
And as you walk away,
process.
he follows you for a moment and he places a hand on his shoulder again. On your shoulder again, he like slowly trying to pull you around.
He'll turn.
He hands you an amulet. A cracked holy symbol of Herona. And now in like more of like a cognitive speech and a cognitive thought, standing a bit more straight, almost as if just seeing you has snapped him out of like this haze that he's been in. Let them know I didn't die a coward.
I will. I promise. And he gladly takes it and puts it in his pouch and just nods to him again. Take care.
Kylus, one other thing.
Yes.
Amon. Amon is my name, not Gopher.
A name like that.
He just lets out a small chuckle and he goes, it's nice to formally know you, Amon. You did well.
It
Be
is too
proud.
bad we could not stand shoulder to shoulder. But I am comfortable here. They have saved my life.
Good. I'm truly glad of it. Many good men and women died that day. I'm glad you found a different path. And it was yours to choose.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I feel you deserve to know.
Go on.
Kurjar is alive.
Where? Where did you see him?
The ruins.
He's still there.
From my understanding, the last excursion that my lord and lady took into those ruins, they mentioned a strange white-furred minotaur. They dare not get close to him, though he seemed to be looking for something.
I think I understand. Thank you, Amon. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
He nods and lets you go on your way as he walks back over to where Countess Mira is at and takes his place on her left side.
Kylus his brain is just going a mile a minute. There's just so much happening right now. And he continues even more so now to kind of put himself in a corner. And what he does is he kind of keeps himself out of kind of the circle where everyone else is in the group. But he just keeps eyeing Eamon and just almost like he's just kind of running different scenarios and questions in his head and just keeps an eye on him.
And as you keep an eye on him, Count Volston walks over to him and begins to have a conversation. A very pleased look on his face, almost as if like he's finally thankful to be able to speak to this young man. And their conversation just carries on in private for a few moments before he clasps the now ghoul paladin on the shoulder. And he turns to your group. Well, if there is nothing else, I can have my men escort you back to your camp if you can't find your way there yourself.
I think we can find our way, but thank you for the offer. And your assistance.
I'm always happy to lend a hand to those who are in need of it. Not all of us undead are mindless body eaters. Though we do consume the flesh of the living, it's no different than you all consuming the flesh of animals.
We just leave Max at the camp. Is that what really happened? We're just
Yep.
like, stay here.
He was like,
some
"I'm-"
monster hunting shit get in the way.
He didn't wake up, so we just left him sleeping in his tent. Bye.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh my god.
It looks like Cass's presence has brought some peace to one of yours, so hopefully that remains. And she'll eye Amon.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, she said that Cass's presence has brought some peace to one of yours, so hopefully that remains.
Much needed peace. I was starting to worry about the boy. The fever has different long-term effects on some of us and can cause some of us to descend into madness, and that's where I thought this one may be headed. But seeing somebody from their past seems to have snapped them out of it.
Let's hope it remains so.
I agree.
I think we should probably head back to our camp now. I'm feeling really drained being here, as much as I enjoy the company. It's makes everything feel heavier.
Much. Let's be on our way.
Thank you for your hospitality. And if one of your lovely dogs ever wants some new traveling companions, I'm happy to watch over them.
He looks over to Mir. What do you say, dear? Can we spare one of the hounds? And she's like, well, this one certainly does have a way with them. I must warn you, though. Give me a second. My cat is screaming at my door.
I think Fox and I are having the same reaction where we're like,
Fingers crossed.
I'm sitting here doing the same thing. You just can't see my face.
They
Puppy?
are on a strict diet of living flesh. Meaning they have to be let free at night to go on their hunts, and if you are in a town or something, somebody may go missing. That's the only caveat to it is, you know, sometimes they may eat someone.
I mean, towns could do with losing a criminal or two every once in a while, right?
I mean, there were times when our kingdom was being established that a few neighboring kingdoms did send us criminals for sustenance, and it sort of built a camaraderie between us. So yes.
See, it's a win-win. And she looks over at Kylus and Asha, like looking at mom and dad for permission.
Are you able to direct their feeding to ensure that it would have the criminals, or is it we hope it gets the criminals?
Oh no, these individuals will be well known to them. They have a great scent for corruption.
God damn it, Ventrix is gonna wind up dead.
Ah! Oh no, Vermetrix will die.
Oh no, the war criminal died.
Oh
no!
As much as I enjoy him in this campaign, fuck that asshole.
God, as much as I enjoy him in this campaign, no, we accidentally killed him.
Well, I will say this. I can't give you one of the full-grown ones because, as anyone knows, you need to bond with your pet when they are young. But
Naturally.
with that, she just very delicately moves her hand and a small leash forms in it. And a small chain goes down, and you see just appearing into this a spot next to her is this small, grotesque looking little creature. And she just holds the leash out to you.
Anything we should know about its training?
Just treat it well and it will develop on its own.
God, is the possum gonna get along with it? I guess we'll find out.
Sylvia.
Different dimensions.
Sylvia she takes the leash, but like also immediately like goes down on her knees and starts petting it. Look at it, it's so cute. It's just a baby. We have room for them in our group, right, guys?
As long as you promise to walk it every day.
As you see Sylvia get down and kind of like start petting it, its tail is going nuts.
Look how happy it is. It wants to come with us. You guys aren't gonna say no, right?
I'm just picturing the skinless Resident Evil dogs with the long ass tongues. It's just all is in my head right now as it's just wagging its
Please
tail.
don't. Please don't. No, please don't go there.
I've been watching the newest season of Stranger Things lately, and there is a lot of really beautiful close-ups of the Demogorgons in this season. So I'm picturing like a cross between a Demogorgon and a Resident Evil dog, and it is grotesquely beautiful.
This is a very grotesque Resident Evil style creature. Like, again, its head is just like shark shaped, just got down to the point, just rows of razor sharp teeth, no eyes, skin peeled the back of its head. It's just got a central eye in its mouth. It's very Resident Evil-esque. Oh, and human hands.
Yeah.
Human hands for their feet.
It's called a liquor.
Oh, the lickers, yeah.
Oh, they have hands. That's because they look more humanoid than dog, but still, they're always on their all fours. But yeah. Uh-huh.
So can we take him home, guys? Is that a yes? I'm not hearing a no.
Sylvia, you are your own person. You can make your own decisions. If you want the dog, you can have the dog.
Kylas is in a corner, so he can't hear what's going on. He sees what's going on, but he can't hear what's going on. He's too far out.
I'll take good care of them, I promise.
Internally, it's like, oh god, we're taking the walking blasphemy with us.
Don't kill the puppy. Don't kill
I
the
mean,
puppy.
we already have Realm, so...
That's true.
One more.
You won't take the undead dog, but you take the literal devil.
Yeah.
Look, this is already difficult
God
for us
of
holy
life.
folk, okay?
God of life is not God against devils.
Well, it's not Sylvia's god.
I know. That's the reason Asha gave the answer she did.
That's
You're your own person.
That's like when I told Tam, I was just like, look, I'm a paladin of the elements, but that doesn't mean my paladin instincts don't kick in and go, ooh, undead shit. Or demons.
So I will say, with this little puppy, as a bonus action, you can command it to make an attack. As of right now, because it is just in a smaller form, it will just make a quick blink strike, sort of popping out of the like an adjacent plane to make an attack, and then it pops back out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind
Undead Blink
it's kind of like
Dog.
an undead blink dog.
Oh,
Nice.
I love
use
it.
that for stats for now, I guess.
Their little bite attack, which is the only thing that it has access to at the moment because it's so tiny, will do 1d6. I'm gonna say 1d6 plus 4 right now. Necrotic damage.
Ooh, necrotic. Nice.
Yep.
And is
Yeah.
it just a straight D20 to hit, or is there something that gets added to the actual attack roll?
The d20, the attack roll is going to be a d20 plus your proficiency plus half your level.
Nice. Okay.
So you just make sure you introduce it with Max before he finds it on his own, so he doesn't mistake it for a creature having come into the camp.
I will. I'll make sure that he knows that it's a friend. Just like Boots. And I'm sure they'll get along with Boots just fine.
What is a boots?
Oh, that's my possum friend that I mentioned.
Oh, the possum.
earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, they are quite intelligent. If you designate people as not food, they will leave them alone.
And I think I've trained Boots mostly well enough to stop throwing cast iron pans at people. So
I did see Boots resist throwing a cast iron pan at Tokumi when I tried to steal food.
See, we're working on it.
I love that the possum's weaponry is just an artillery of cast iron kitchenware.
It is the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cast iron.
Hey,
They stopped throwing cast iron pans, it just now throws the non-stick.
Jesus.
It's a step in the right direction.
Oh no, the non-stick doesn't react too well when you scratch it. I'm just saying.
All right. So, is there anything else anybody wants to take care of in this camp?
No. Asha wants to go home.
Unclean, unclean.
Okay.
She just does not like the feeling of being cut off, that's all.
So as
She
you
loves nothing else.
head back to your camp, little dog with you and tail, as soon as you cross over that threshold, you feel your holy magic, your divine magic return to you. And while the lingering effects of the exhaustion are still lasting at this moment, getting your long rest will expel both marks that you have. But as you get
Oh, thank God.
back to camp and you settle on in, rest of your sleep goes uninterrupted.
Important question. What's Sylvia naming the dog?
that will take some time.
Oh,
We gotta
Skinnerd.
do
Skinnerd.
get to know it first, and its name will come naturally.
Okay. And I think as everybody settles down for the remainder of their sleep, we can go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, stretch your legs, freshen up our drinks, all that fun stuff. And when we get back, we can go ahead and do the December giveaway drawing. So
Good luck, everybody.
those of you who haven't entered just yet, Zorro just pulled up the giveaway rules a moment ago. We are giving away a set of dice today. All you got to do if you want to enter is use !December and make sure that you're following every one of the rules that is listed up above. And yeah, we'll make the drawing as soon as we get back. But yeah, catch you in a few.
I'm waving.
student and a teacher.
And
Been a while, like 5 years.
are back.
Hello.
Hello.
Maybe.
Step back.
All right. I think before we jump back into our game here, we've got some dice to give away.
We sure do. And I'll give everyone just a few more moments to get in on it if they were wanting to but haven't yet. You can do so by typing !Dicember in the chat. I'll be closing it here in just a second. And now,
Snap.
because I got in on this one, just so we know there's no shenanigans going on, I'm actually going to ask Zorro to type !raffle space draw in the chat to draw our winner.
All right.
Fair.
Here we go. Again.
Malls.
Malls!
But is she here?
Yeah.
Or did
Is
she
she here?
fall asleep?
Oh, that is the good question.
That is the question. She'll be
I've
mad.
got a timer going.
She's not in chat.
She
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
probably fell asleep.
Yep.
Oh,
Cat,
no,
what are you
we had
doing?
a real
Draw
draw.
again.
We will
Yeah.
wait out the timer.
Cat, what
Is
are
it
you
a
doing?
minute? Is that what it is?
What are you doing?
It is 45 seconds was what the
Okay.
timer is. Completely
Okay.
arbitrary amount of time that I chose.
I mean,
30 seconds didn't feel like
Something,
enough
yeah.
time, but I'm also impatient, so I didn't want to wait a minute.
that's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for that timer to tick down. Is it wrong that out of character I actually kind of hope that the puppy kills for Ventrix?
wow.
Out of character.
I hope it doesn't go anywhere near Reventrix because I know what type of man he is. And
Oh, true.
that man does not constantly not have a bunch of traps and defenses up around him. There's
Plus,
no
having
way
something
he
like
doesn't.
that run around, like town in general, might not be a good idea either.
Yeah.
You can't stop it at night, apparently.
Look, do you want Tyrus 2.0? Because this is how you get Tyrus 2.0.
No.
Killing for
We're stuck
Ventrix?
with Tyrus
I-
point one.
I'm just glad that Rojan was kind-hearted enough to allow us to have one of his literal nightmares as a constant companion in our group.
Yes.
And on the note of literal nightmares, Malls wasn't here to claim this win. So
Malls,
that's a nightmare for her.
Malls.
Yeah, stick
Maybe a
around.
win for
I'm
me.
virtually hugging you, Malls. I feel so
Uh,
bad.
So Zoro, if you could type that command into chat one more time. Azrin.
It's me. And I-
God, everyone's
I
winning
got-
dice. All right.
Pretty purple dice.
You sure did.
All right. I
You
think
sure
Azrin's hit his
did.
max too.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep,
I'm at my
Yep,
max.
that's your 2 wins. So I will make a note on our spreadsheet. Hopefully it actually saves this time. For those
Sorry,
that
Fox.
entered the giveaway but did not win, don't be too sad. We have lots more dice to give away.
Okay. And with that, congratulations, Azarin.
Yay. Purple is one of my favorite colors.
I now have to find the music tab that I need for this. Nope, that isn't it. One of these are the ones that I need.
The wind is whipping so bad outside. I just heard like a roaring sound.
You and me both.
Oh yeah, you guys are in the same weather pattern I am. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Are you guys supposed to get like 4 inches of rain the next 3 days too?
Yes.
Okay, so
Probably
we're all-
Watches up.
Okay.
we're all gonna
Probably
float away.
both of us.
So
We have a lot of rain where we are too.
You all wake up the next day.
I check my limbs.
Sylvia,
digits.
you feel a little bit of weight on your chest as that little creepy nightmare dog is just kind of like sitting on top of you, just kind of just looking at you.
Give its cheeks a good scritch in the morning as I get up and make sure its leash is on as I emerge from my tent.
Is it like moist or something when you scritch because there's
Yes.
no fur? It's like the
Yes,
skin
like-
feels
Yeah,
good?
I imagine so, yeah.
It's like it's just got like a layer of like mucus over it from like where like the exposed muscle is at.
It just sounds unappealing.
It's like a wet naked mole rat.
Mhm. And as you get up, it kind of like hops around, and then it jumps and just vanishes as it just jumps into like just the parallel to you.
When it vanishes, do I still have like the physical leash? Like this
Yep.
is its tether to us?
Yep.
Type of thing?
It's technically it's tethered to you. So yes, you still have the leash.
Nice. Okay. I will note that.
The leash still has somewhat tension to it.
Technically, no. It's more of just it's more of like a beacon for like the little dog to just like track as it's moving along with you.
Ah, okay.
So as I get up out of my tent, I will look to see if anyone has gotten a start on breakfast yet.
Silas is doing breakfast.
Fuck no, you ain't.
Oh, well, then get your ass up.
God
Are
damn.
we like are we in separate rooms? Are we in like a communal room or something?
You're
Like,
intense.
It,
You're intense.
You're intense. All
You
right.
guys just made a camp.
Tokumi will offer to cook breakfast, but no one seems to want Tokumi's breakfast, so she's being disheartened.
I mean,
That's
I'll
just whatever.
I'll eat any breakfast cooked by anybody as long as it's meat.
I only cook to keep Kylus from cooking. You can't call that cooking, Kylus. You can't throw a bunch of stuff in a bowl and say it's done.
Rule is nutritious and gives you everything you need in just one bowl.
It tastes like shit.
Who are you,
I
Vera?
don't carry
So-
seasonings on
Wait,
me.
does
okay?
Kylus actually say that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, this is a conversation.
Tokumi goes, "Ugh, you sound like my cousin." Ugh.
We have so many things to teach you.
Other things that just
Oh no, I've tried for years. Good luck.
If
They
Kylus
knew we could teach him.
if Kylus was a
Alex,
Final Fantasy character, he would enjoy Archon Loaf.
Yes, he would.
yeah, I would.
So the question I have for you now, Rojan, is because we've kind of changed how the box of coding is being handled. Like the recipes that I have written down, do they still count, or are they like subject to change?
The recipes that you have specifically are still there. It's just that instead of like having to go out and hunt for a very specific plant or anything like that, you now have like the resources that you can get in towns that pretty much give you a stockpile that you can then just use in order to cook.
Oh, okay. Then I am going to try and make an inspired breakfast.
And what does the inspired breakfast do?
According to you, it does a D6 bardic inspiration.
Okay. So something like that would take probably about 2 resources. As it's giving a benefit. And then I just need a roll of your cooking tools, and if you don't have cooking tools, I need a survival roll.
Oh no, I got cooking tools. let's see. 13 plus. Sorry, I have to have my character sheet super zoomed in because my eyes are broken from the dilation.
My special eyes.
Oh no, there's nothing special right now but my eyes. It's like
They're special, just not in a good way.
there's nothing special. So plus 6. All right, so that's going to be a 23.
23, nice. Okay, so everybody who consumes this breakfast this morning will get a D6 Bardic Inspiration.
Seems like today is something I feel in my bones. Something's going to happen. We're going to need that.
Right?
As we sit down to breakfast, Asha will address the group. So, I know that the people we let last night were concerned about holy purges, and that's the reason they were hesitant to give us their coins. On that note, I'm pretty sure if word gets back to the Paladins of Soul, there will be one. So maybe we keep the nature of the city to ourselves for now. We can warn people away from it, saying that it's a dangerous city, that people should not enter it. But maybe not
Blanche.
explain it in detail.
Aren't those dwarf guys close by though?
They're at a different ruin.
No,
My understanding it's closer to the border.
Yeah, the
we
dwarf
on the
guy,
map?
the
Oh.
dwarf guys are pretty much on the opposite end of where you guys are at.
Yeah.
So you all
The
should
dwarf
be
guys-
on the map right now.
Yes.
So technically the dwarves are like down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dwarfs are near where we came from before we fixed Valanche. I think we just warn people to stay away from the city, that it's dangerous. We don't need to give them any details at this time. It'll eventually get out. We don't need to start a war.
Need to know basis.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
someone's
most
gonna
don't
make
need to know.
Someone's going to make their way out here. Then what happens?
Then it's not on us.
But we can at least still warn Valanche since, they're neighbors.
Yes, we can talk to Miles and have him spin it however he wants for the public.
While they're all talking, by the way, Realm is going to play on the fiddle a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing too irritating or bothersome, but we're definitely playing a song, as right now he's trying to figure out a song that will, as one would say, even have the dead get up and dance. I figured it's thematically appropriate considering where we are.
You're gonna play Thriller on a fiddle?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Now I have to go look it up, see if it
I'm
exists.
glad to see you and I one brain cell, but yes.
I'm pretty sure there's an orchestral for Thriller. When I was in high school, we played a lot of rock orchestrals, and I mean, Michael's stuff doesn't really count as like hip hop. I mean, it's pop.
Yeah, it exists. It has been done many times.
I was gonna say there's a lot of videos of people doing Thriller. The violin and
On a
whatnot. So,
violin and fiddle, yeah, it's been done.
After you consume your breakfasts and you have your conversation about the purges and everything, I have a very important question. Who's driving the cart?
Oh, that's right.
Max. Obviously.
Max
Max.
Max
Totally Max.
isn't here. I'm doing air quotes, by the way.
Yeah, Max is in the meat locker right now.
Fuck
Yeah,
it,
I
I'll
guess
do
I
it.
can do it. Oh, go ahead.
You can do it too, up to you, I don't mind.
I don't care either.
I shouldn't.
No, you should not. No touchy.
Do either of you have vehicle handling?
No.
Oh my.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why Max is doing it, because he actually has vehicle handling.
If you do not have vehicle handling, this is going to be a straight up dexterity check at disadvantage.
Okay.
More let Rom drive.
Isn't it double disadvantage because we're inside the field?
What field?
No.
What?
Oh, from the
No.
bubble of the town.
I don't think we're quite there yet.
We have 2
We're not
exhaustion
there
points.
That went away.
Yeah,
when
that's
we-
not
Oh,
here.
Rom doesn't have it though.
No. The exhaustion went
No.
away after the long rest. You guys don't have it anymore.
Okay.
So
Someone guided him.
Realm,
That's a.
I have a
Yep.
question.
Mhm.
Guidance.
How fast are you going? Are you keeping this at a normal pace, a little safer, slower pace, or are you just saying fuck it and pedal to the metal?
No, we're definitely not peddling it to the meddling it. That's not my department. But we'll still, keep a decent pace.
Okay. What'd you get?
I got a 14.
14. Okay.
Could have been a 21, but no disadvantage.
Realm, since you are driving,
Mhm.
I'm going to let you do this. Can you give
Okay.
me a saving throw for the cart?
Sure.
Straight up D20.
That was 17.
17. Okay. So Max makes this look so easy. But as you are up at the reins and everything, you're going over rocks and kind of just like, it's a rather uncomfortable, bumpy ride as you're taking this thing off road and closer towards this this unfortunate city that you need to make your way in towards. But the wagon is at least in one, or the cart is in at least one piece. Horses aren't damaged in any way. For the second leg of your journey, are you still going to be driving this cart? Or are you gonna hand the reins on over?
Depends. Do they complain and ask me to switch out or not? Because if they don't, I'll keep going.
I mean, I feel like there's complaining, but not necessarily about your driving, just about the road being rough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
By all means, feel free to keep going.
You think sandblasted roads would be smoother, but no, and
Alright.
apparently it broke them all up.
So another vehicle handle or another dex check at disadvantage.
Guidance.
You're just hitting every fucking pothole, man.
Well, the entire street is potholes. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Are you aiming for them?
what'd you get, Rob?
Watch me. Dice liked me a little bit less on that one. That was unfortunately a 12.
Ooh.
Did you apply
With
your
guidance?
Did you
Oh,
apply your
no.
guidance?
What's-
Yeah,
no.
well, I was yelling guidance.
Add that.
I'm an
D4.
idiot. I didn't apply it either time. Sorry. What's the guidance thing? D6?
A
D4.
D4. Let me get a weaponized pyramid here real quick. There we go.
It better be a
that-
weaponized pyramid.
That was a 4, so that's actually a 16.
Okay.
We're a little bit better.
So with the 16, the remainder of the journey is a bit more smooth. You find your way onto somewhat of a dirt road leading closer to the city itself. And as the sun begins to set, you see going down a large hill overlooking this. If it wasn't so gray and ruined, this would be an impressive portside town. The only thing that seems to be in any sort of upkeep is this large, immaculate tower that probably goes up a good 200 feet from the center of the city.
Seems like we may be arriving soon.
Well, when we stop for the night, I can at least see if the hag is nearby.
I'm sorry, what time of day is it right now? Did you say?
The sun is setting.
It is setting. Okay. That might be a good idea. Gives us a chance to. Probably better to go into an undead place with the lights on.
Of course, that's just more we can maybe see where she's at now and then check again in the morning if need be, see where she moved to. If we do it a few
Good
times, we
idea.
might get if she is here, assuming within range.
Are you able to do it now to see if
Yeah, I have
she's
enough
nearby?
magic to do it now.
Just to make sure we're not wasting our efforts, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And I'm probably gonna get whatever hill we're on or whatever, we're gonna go up to the edge of it.
Okay.
And I will cast Locate Creature, which works to 1,000 feet. So, soon we're within 1,000 feet of the city.
Casting Locate Creature, even with 1,000 feet, you get nothing from her.
Well, I didn't pick up any trace of her. That being said, it is limited distance, so we can always try again in the morning as we approach the city.
Yeah, I feel like not getting any trace of her right now as the day is coming to an end is probably a good thing for us.
Yes.
True.
Also, does anybody have a spyglass I could borrow?
Not something I carry.
Give me a second. Seeing if I have a kit to make it logical.
I usually have things to zoom to look closer at things, not look at things that far away.
Do you need it for certain properties or something else? I might have a substitute depending on what your answer is.
No, I just want to get a closer look at what is very obviously like a wizard tower, right? There's a wizard in there somewhere.
Highly
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
You know what? I feel like Caius would have one considering how he traveled a lot with his group. So, yeah, he'll have like one of those small spy glasses. I think this might help you.
Considering how we regularly made trips up to Volange before it was fixed to spy on it, yeah, you'd have one.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Y'all just standing out there with like two like beer bottles, just like doing this.
Yes.
That's
exactly what we did. We got this, guys.
So it's okay if I borrow it? I know the lenses in these things can be pretty pricey if they break. Not that I'm gonna break it or anything. I'm not gonna break it. It's gonna be fine. I just want to look through it.
Sylvia.
Okay,
You're okay. And if you break it, it's fine.
If
No,
I
you
break it, I'll buy you a new one, I promise.
It's all right, Sylvia. Don't overthink it.
So I'm gonna go up onto the same hill that Asha went onto. And just take a peep at this tower. See if I can get a closer look at it. Just in general. Not looking for anything specific.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is an 18.
18. Well, As you bring up the spyglass and begin to look on the outer portion of this quite obvious wizard's tower, as you assume it would be, you notice something strange about the make. The tower itself isn't made of stone. It's not even made of wood. Given the way that it stands, the way that it shifts in the wind, the walls sort of rustling in the breeze. If you didn't know any better, you would assume you were looking at something that would be in a children's pop-up book.
Does it look three-dimensional?
It looks three-dimensional. Like you can like walk around the hill that you're on with the spyglass, and you can see it is a three-dimensional structure. For all intents and purposes, it looks to be made out of just very tightly woven together paper. Very beautiful design to it. Like whoever designed this took the time to, make it look presentable. But it doesn't look as if it is, again, stone or wood. It looks paper.
Does it have any discernible windows or ports or anything on the outside?
There are multiple port windows spaced out on every floor.
And looking through the spyglass and kind of moving side to side on the hill, can I discern whether or not this tower like actually has an interior to it?
There is an interior into it, yes. And as you look in, like from what you can catch in the spyglass, it's very, very limited to what you can see, but it looks like there's a wooden floor. The inside of the walls look to be wood. They don't look to be made of paper. Like everything on the inside that you can see so far looks as what you would expect to find in a tower or any sort of other building or domicile. It's just the outside that seems out of place.
So keeping my eye on the tower, looking through the spyglass, I'm just going to call out to the rest of the group. Who's the most knowledgeable about like the history of this place?
I mean, technically, none of us, considering how this is new territory, other than the knowledge we gained last night.
So if I had to bet, I'd think Kylus says he's explored ruins further up into here. Maybe it would depend on the question.
Okay. Were any of the ruins you explored made of paper?
Sorry, what?
What? Like paper mache?
No, more like if you wove or stacked paper like really tightly together. And just come here, look at this. Look at this.
Just go and take the spyglass.
And as they're looking through the spyglass, I'll also describe everything that I saw with the tower, see if it matches up with what they're seeing.
Have I seen anything like this?
This is completely new to you.
I'm not one to understand magics, but maybe it's something to do with the wizard's magic that owns the tower?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the interior it's really hard to see from this distance, but the interior looks like it's all made of wood proper, but the outside and like the way it sways in the breeze, it looks like paper. Like
It looks like it could fall over at any minute.
yeah, did you ever have any of those books where like you open it up and the pictures like pop up out of the book?
I
Not
yes, I
really.
know what you're talking about.
We saw them. We saw the kids have them, but we didn't own any ourselves.
Well, the tower looks like it's from a book like that, but 200 feet tall.
Maybe it's an illusion to try and discourage people from entering the town.
Yeah, that's what I
That
was just
could be.
thinking. I suppose we'll know more when we enter the city, but I can tell you right now that's a first for me. Never seen anything like that. It's usually,
Are
made
you?
of stone.
Is anyone looking through the spyglass at the moment?
Kylus was.
Okay. So, Kylos, as you're having this conversation, you begin to see an outer portion of the wall become disturbed a little bit as sheafs of paper are launched out into the air. But they don't begin to like float away or be pulled away by the air currents or anything. They begin to fold and begin to connect towards one another until this large paper mache like dragon is formed. And
He's looking through it going, huh.
And as it is there, its eyes look up and just like a dull green flame erupts into like the eyes, just bringing it to life. As it leaps off of the tower, and as it does, it spreads these large paper wings and takes flight. And begins to fly in your direction.
Hmm.
And this is where we are
It's-
ending for the week.
This is fine.
He's like, I don't want to alarm everyone, but I suggest we get as close to the ground as possible and pretend we're sand.
And
Just
this
bury
is
yourself in the sand. It's fine.
this is where we're ending for the week.
Oh man.
Um,
I have a theory, but we'll find out next week. Oh my.
I'm curious
Yeah.
to see what happens next. It'll be
God.
fun.
You know
Kenny.
what the funny thing is? Next week is the last week of games for the year.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Because we
That's
fall in the
right.
we fall in the Christmas season after that.
Yep.
You're right.
That's right.
It's so sad.
If that's the case, I know we have some spare dice. We could probably do 2 giveaways, unless we just want to roll them into the first week in January. But I know I did the math, and I think we'll have like 4 or 5 extra that we could probably roll into like a double giveaway.
Possibly roll into
Oh man.
possibly roll into like you said, January, or just start giveaway double dice during the games.
Yeah. Yeah, we have enough of them that we could do that for a few of the games. Definitely, I think definitely through Thursday, since that's our
Mhm.
holiday stream. I think that would be fun.
Yep. All right. That is going to do it for us tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning on in. If this is your if this is your only show, well, if this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. It's like I haven't said this spiel for like the past 12 years or anything. But yeah,
Brilliant.
coming up this Tuesday tilt, you guys doing it?
We had
No,
to
it's
cancel
next
last
Tuesday.
week, so I think it's next Tuesday actually.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday and on alternating Tuesdays, we have Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot. Coming up this Thursday, would normally be one of our 2 alternating shows, either Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect game that's run by Zorro, or Tricorn Isles, which is another 5th edition game that I run. But because it is the month of December, we are doing a little Mouse Guard holiday mini adventure, a little 3-parter. And we're going to be kicking things off on Thursday with episode 2. Bit more of the story and the drama are about to unfold. And then coming up on Saturday will be another episode of The Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton-inspired mini-adventure run by Mulls. And then on alternating Saturdays, you have us over there doing Withered Wastes, which is another one of our 5th edition games. And then in the evenings on Saturdays, we have The City of Redemption, which is our Daggerheart game. And on alternating Saturday, we have Vigilant 6, which will be making its comeback after the first of the year, which is our superhero game. But, yep, like I said, we are going to head out for now. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning on in, and we will catch you on Thursday.
Have a good night.